There was once a girl named Ada, born in a small, dusty village in the heart of Nigeria. Ada's earliest memories were filled with the aroma of wood smoke, the laughter of barefoot children, and the sound of her mother's tired voice singing to God while pounding yam for dinner. She grew up in a two-room mud house with five siblings, all of whom slept on raffia mats lined with hope. Life was hard. Her father was a farmer who barely earned enough to feed the family. Her mother sold akara at the roadside, but even that was a struggle. Schooling was a luxury, and Ada only managed to finish primary school before reality forced her to trade books for brooms. At just 14 years old, Ada left home to become a maid in the city. The bus ride to Lagos was her first time out of the village. She stared at the fast-moving buildings, unsure of what the future held. The city was loud, unfamiliar, and overwhelming, but Ada had a quiet strength in her. She didn't cry, she simply whispered to herself, "This is just the beginning." Her madam was a strict woman, neat, educated, and wealthy. She had three children, a business, and little time for pleasantries. Ada cleaned, washed, cooked, and cared for the children. She worked long hours, often waking up at 4:30 a.m. and sleeping only after midnight. Her hands were always in water, her back always bent, her knees always sore, but her spirit was unbreakable. Ada had one friend in the house, the last daughter of her madam, Zara. Zara was kind. She would sneak Ada old books and clothes. One day, she gave her an old smartphone that changed everything. Ada began to read. She read articles on Google about successful women. She read about how to start a business with no capital. She watched YouTube videos about self-development, customer service, branding, and marketing. Every night after everyone had gone to bed, she would sit under the kitchen bulb and dream through her screen. One day, while scrolling through Facebook, Ata saw a woman who used to be a cleaner now selling perfumes and making millions. That story sparked something in her. "If she can, then I can too," she said. With the little money her madam gave for monthly, Ada started saving. It was barely enough, so she began braiding her madam's children's hair for extra cash. Then she started making snacks, chin-chin and puff-puff, which she sold to other mates in the estate. The journey was slow, painfully slow, but Ada was patient. At 19, she had saved just enough to start her own side hustle. She bought her first batch of perfumes from a local wholesaler. She branded them using cutout stickers and ribbons she found in the house. Every Sunday, she would sneak out with her bag full of perfumes, go from house to house to the estate, introducing herself politely with a smile, with dignity. Many slammed their doors, some ignored her, but a few listened. One woman said, "I don't need the perfume, but I admire your courage." She gave Ada 10,000 naira and said, "Go and multiply it." Ada cried that night. That one act of kindness became her seed. She invested every kobo. She created an Instagram page with Zara's help. She took photos of her perfumes with flowers and white bedsheets as background. Slowly, her page began to grow. Then came through breakthrough. A popular influencer in Lagos bought one of her perfumes and made a short video about it. In 48 hours, Ada got over 1,000 new followers and 300 others. Her life changed. She moved from being just a maid to becoming a business owner. She registered her business. She took online courses on branding and marketing. She hired a graphics designer. She branded her products line from perfumes to diffusers, body mist, and scented candles. At 23, Ada moved out of her madam's house, not because she was angry or bitter, but because it was time. Before she left, she knelt and thanked the woman who once only saw her as a house girl. She hugged Zara tightly and said, "You believed in me when I didn't believe in myself." Ada rented a small one-room apartment, then got a bigger space for production. She employed two young women who were once housemaids just like her. Within 2 years, she had 6 employees, a warehouse, and distributors across Nigeria. She began to speak at women's conferences. She traveled to Dubai for the first time to attend a fragrance expo. She even met the CEO of the very company she used to read about in her Madam's magazine. At 27, Ada became a millionaire, not just in money, but in strength, in wisdom, in impact. She returned to her village and built her parents a modern bungalow. She paid the school fees of over 50 girls in her community. She started a foundation that trains housemaids in entrepreneurship and digital skills. People now call her Madam Ada, CEO Ada, the fragrance queen of Africa, but Ada still introduces herself simply. "My name is Ada. I was once a maid. Today I'm a millionaire. But more than that, I'm proof that no one is too small to dream and no beginning is too humble to rise." So if you're listening to this story and your back is bent from struggling, if your hands are tired and your nights are tear stained, if you feel like the world doesn't see you, remember Ada. You are not stuck. You are becoming. From sweeping floors to signing checks, from tears to triumph, from maid to millionaire, your story is just beginning. Thank you. If you enjoyed the story, please subscribe. Thank you. Bye.